Well, welcome everybody. We have a super interesting video today. We're going to be talking about different dialects of Assyrian Aramaic. So we're going to start off, we're going to do introductions, and after the introductions, we're just going to go one by one and everybody will read their paragraph. And we'll talk about each one afterwards.
Hi everyone, my name is Tanya Daniel. I was born in Urmi, which is in Iran. I moved to San Jose when I was 2 years old, so I've been here for as long as I could remember. And now I'm still living in San Jose, working in tech.
My name is Nicholas Algilu. I was born and raised in Australia. For the past 2.5 years, I've been living in Turkey. So I've moved back to the Middle East. Actually, for the last 8 months, I've been in the city of Mardin in the southeastern part of Turkey. My parents were born in Iraq, and my ancestry is sort of mixed.
Hi everyone, my name is Yvette. My parents were born in Iraq, but I was born in Detroit, Michigan in the US. I'm from the village Al-Qush, and my background is in nutrition and food science.
Hi, my name is Rudy. I was born and raised in Germany. My parents come from the Botan area of southeastern Turkey, from the same village. And yeah, I'm working in sales and project management.
Hi, my name is Elge Aho. I was born in the US, grew up in Syria, and am currently living in Södertälje, Sweden. My mom's side from Orhoy, my dad's side from Torabdin. And they were both born and met in Qamishli, Syria.
Anya, you do your paragraph, and everybody else, you're welcome to just jump in and say anything you want after she's done. And, you can always elaborate and explain it or go sentence by sentence, whatever is required. So go ahead whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you. أنا إيفان خبرata vita من يما جومنديتت أرمي. خبرت أرمي تري بناية إتلي. أوري ومية. أوري يانا شوبت مية. أشما بيشل متا ألدا منديتا. أربع البشنا من كم أدية. بخام من ملكبات آتور. بلغت كلبتي هلام بخاينة جو أرمي أوديو.
Okay, can we break it down sentence by sentence?
Yes, of course.
What is the first sentence again?
أنا إيفان خبرata vita من يما جومنديتت أرمي.
I am a girl who was born from a mother from Urmia.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The next sentence.
خبرت أرمي تري بناية إتلي أوري ومية. أوري يانا شوبت مية.
You get all of it, but the word of Urmi is made up of 2 parts, even though Punaye to me sounds like Punoye, which in my dialect means answers, but within the context, the only way it can be described is 2 syllables or 2 parts. The first part, which was or, and then the second part, which was miya, water, but shopit, I didn't know what it was.
Yeah. So punaye, also we use it as like the word for meaning. So basically I'm trying to say there are 2 meanings in this word. And shopet is like the place
Yeah.
of water. Yeah. Okay, so my third sentence, Ashima pishilim mutta alda mendita arpa elpe shine min kam adia bicha min melkavatit atur.
Okay, I got the, what was it, 4,000 years? This name was given?
Arpa elpe shine min kam adia bicha min melkavatit atur.
This name was given from one of the kingdoms of Arthur.
Yes. Yeah. And then my last sentence, Pelgit kilpeti halam bechaina gu urmia odio.
Half of your relatives live in Ormia today.
Yes. Perfect. That's all. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. it's interesting for me because I used to live in Iran. We knew a few Assyrian families, but they always used to tell me that when they speak to other Assyrians, sometimes they tend to throw in Persian words in the middle, but that's just like, it's not like there's no Assyrian word for it. It's just what they got used to, just like, oh, we're used to using this word, so we end up using it, and they can't understand what we're saying. But I noticed with your paragraph, it wasn't really like that.
Yeah. I mean, I tried really hard not to use any Farsi words, but I can tell you that when I typically speak with my family and friends in the Assyrian that I grew up speaking, about 25% of the words are the borrowed words from Farsi. But the interesting thing is as well that Farsi has borrowed words from French. So I find myself even using French words. So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. But also, I think something that I think a lot of Assyrians don't even know this, and I know a lot of Iranians don't know this, is the impact that the Assyrian culture and the language in Aramaic has had on Iran and the Persian culture. From the ruins in Persepolis to, even like the word Yalda, which is Yalda is the second most important festival for Iranians. We got the term from Assyrians. The term is originally like, it's not a Persian term, obviously, right? There are many things. Even the on the Assyrian flag, like in Persian we call it Farbahar, and it's kind of like a cultural symbol for a lot of Iranians and used for it by not only Zoroastrians but also other Iranians. That's like things like this. I think a lot of people are not aware of how much Assyrians have influenced Iranian culture. So I think that's very important to mention, especially when we're doing a video like this.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've been to Iran 3 times, and so one of the things that I did notice was the affinity that Assyrians and Iranians have for each other culturally. I mean, for example, Persians celebrate Tirgan, where they splash each other with water, but we also have Nusardel, where we splash each other with water in the middle of summer. So we have very sort of common cultural celebrations, cultural traits. I know, for example, in Middle Persian, actually, you might not know this, because Aramaic was a lingua franca at the time, since the Achaemenid period, under the Sasanians, they would even write words in Aramaic as ideograms. So they would write the word Malka in Aramaic, which means king, but they'd read it as Shah.
Even the scripts used for Middle Persian were derived from Aramaic. And another really important point, I think something that a lot of people don't know, is the religion Manichaeism, which a lot of people don't even know about. There's an Iranian prophet, Mani, who wrote the majority of his works, even though he was Persian, he wrote the majority of them in Aramaic, which just goes to show the status that it had in Iran at the time. So, I mean, you could talk about these. There's so many different examples, but I think a lot of them go unnoticed and people don't know about them.
No, but, hopefully videos like this will bring that kind of stuff to people's attention, or maybe we need to do another video in the future.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think we can do a video just focusing on this exact subject.
So the paragraph that I'm going to read to you, it's in the Jilu dialect, and Jilu is in the Hakkari province again, and it's actually the name of a mountain, and the village that my grandfather was born in before he left in 1915 is about 2,500 meters above sea level. So it's a very high up area, and their dialect, as I said, is very peculiar. خيوم كيرا هيلي مشولة جلدة مريدايا بوشلتا غرغر كتيا بطاخلنا زادن وأشخب شارتخنا إنا تيرا بتيخا ولا دالي ميني إطامخ بس أي قراتو بسكتا كل من دتيوا وليوا أغنيوم قوبيا وبين مخبورة يرختا ضليرة خوستولا وأومانت كركتشة سودانا هاشكيلة ليوا هاري بوا ريبز دالي مري قوغاني داقان الزران كلوة متطورة هتخا قوسس لي سباي غزالي إنا آبار آبز يصدم قوت تبيا بارك مطامخ اللويران نخرينه خيري شتونالي مخاي إن لهم مني مندي تشملنا وياي يا مرت لاي أخوني لا ممرت ريشو ها هي أنت لو بكدويك جينا ودري قبيت خلته كل من دتي وشكي لب ما دري الطلاني هي وشكي رشمت آلا ومرزايا.
Okay, let's start with the first sentence.
Okay.
Right. Let's go. خيو مكيرا هيلي مشوالة جلدة مريدايا بوشلتا غرغر كتيا.
So slow down. Okay, خيو
Yeah.
one day what?
كيرا
خيرة?
كيرا.
Cold?
It
Cold?
was cold?
Yeah.
It got cold? Okay.
Yeah.
One day it got cold.
But in Turabdin they would say Cairo as
Okay.
well. Very close. Or in Urmi they would say Kaira.
Okay.
هيلي مشوالة جلدة.
I went to work early.
هيلي مشوالة.
Oh, I left work early?
I came from work early. مريدايا بوشلتا غرغر كتيا.
I said something about gurgur. What is gurgur in English?
Yeah.
This food, does it have anything to do with this food?
No.
No.
Mary what?
Dai.
Dai means mom?
Yeah.
Oh.
دايا بوشلتا غرغر كتيا.
My mom cooked a lot of gurgur.
Well, she cooked gurgur, which is cracked wheat,
Okay.
but ktia,
Ktia.
Tia, does it mean chicken?
yeah,
Really?
yeah,
It means what?
Chicken.
ktia.
Oh, ktia, close to kfefa. Okay.
طاخلنا زادن وأشخب شرطخنا.
Did you
So
say
طاخلنا زادن.
pachel or tachel? Like to eat or to forgive?
طاخلنا.
Forgive? Like the chicken will forgive?
No, طاخلنا. The first one was correct, to eat. So طاخلنا means I will eat, but أخلن.
Okay.
طاخلنا زادن. Zad means food.
Zad is food?
Zaden, yeah, we say zaden.
Zadin.
I
Zaden.
only need sadika.
That's close to zadika. Zadika is like
Yeah.
with the what do you call it? Making it smaller. Achkhab shartakhna or khachcha.
A little?
Yeah.
A little?
Yeah.
Total guess.
Shartakhna. Shartakhna means I will lay down. To shartakh is to lie down.
Like shtaha?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We say
Okay.
shartakh. So, one cold day, I came from work early. I said that my mother's cooked cracked wheat and chicken. I'll eat some food and have a lie down, basically. Lie down for a bit.
Okay.
Ina tera pticha.
The door was open?
Ina tera pticha, but the door was open. Ula dali mini itamach.
And I didn't know who was there?
Yeah. Bas ay grato bsakta.
But say that again.
So ay grato bsakta is an expression that we use. It's like an exclamation, right? Grata means like shaved. Oh, shaven and cleaved or something like that would be in English. So it's like it's an expression of shame and exclamation, like, oh my God. Ay grato bsakta. Kul min dit iwa waliwa agnium gobiya.
Everything that I had or didn't have has been stolen from me or from here.
Close.
From my house.
From my house.
Yeah, from the house. But kul min dit iwa waliwa, everything that there was and was not. So like completely everything. Op e makhpura erich tadlera khostola. Stola is not used for stool, it's used for something else. So I think in your dialect you would use the word mahfura. It's very close to mahfura.
Is that digging? Like
It's close. It comes from the word to dig.
Very.
Ope mahfura erchtad lera. So
Is that
that's the word
table?
that, yeah, it's a table.
Under the table? Okay.
Yeah, under the table, right? ومانت كركتشة سودانا أشكيلة.
Even the plate that was for something was taken?
Yeah, سودانا.
The nice
Extra?
Yeah. So كركتشة are like what you'd call barzare, like sunflower seeds or like, you know, seeds,
Good.
nuts, that kind of stuff. So the plate of the sunflower seeds, the nice one. Alewa haripua. Alewa haripua.
This wasn't something?
Yeah. Haripua. So haripua means a joke.
Oh.
Okay.
This was not a joke, right? Everything's gone. I've walked into the house thinking I'm going to have some food and have a lie down. Everything's gone. The door's open and Rebas Dali.
I'm very scared.
I was very scared. Yeah. ومريقو قاني دا قأن زرانة كلوة متطورة هتخاف.
I told myself that these sons of dogs, why did they do this?
Not why, but how did they get in like this? Good. You know, I said to myself, how have these children of dogs come in this way? قصصلي سباي غزالي إنا آبار هابزيا صدم قوتت بيا.
I looked closely and saw that there was a hole somewhere.
هابزيا صدى.
There was a hole.
So they've made a hole. They've made a hole in the sidda.
I don't know what that word is.
Sidda is the Gila word for wall, basically.
Oh, okay.
That's how we say wall. Sidda. So they made a hole in the wall and goated bia. Gota, some people say dipna.
Oh, and next to?
From the side of the house. So they'd made a hole in the wall from the side of the house.
Okay.
Barakam tama khilawira anna khrene.
They must have come in through there.
Yeah. Anna khrene though.
Strangers?
Yeah.
The other
And
ones.
khine, the other ones. Yeah, very good. Kheri shatonali mkhai.
Khairi, like I saw?
Kherisha tonalim chai.
Later, something with beating.
No.
Did you start hitting your head?
So, okay.
That's what I thought.
Tonali comes from the verb tenowe.
To say? To
Yeah.
tell? Okay.
To talk. Yeah. Tonalim
Okay,
chai.
Tunalim Chai. I don't know what Mchai is.
Okay. Jilu dialect is famous because it keeps dropping the letter tau. Keeps dropping T's. So, biya, ktiya, cha.
Mchetha?
Khati?
Tonali mchai.
You told your sister?
Yeah, I spoke with my sister.
Nice.
So kherisha is actually the word ra'san in Arabic. Harisha, one head, basically. It means suddenly, immediately. Okay? Ina lahum minni mindi tshmallina wiyai.
I did not believe.
Mindi tshmallina wiyai.
Thing that I heard?
Yeah, thing that something heard. No wiyai.
Ears.
Yeah.
And you dropped the T. I don't know what the word is, but I just applied the drop the T logic.
Natyate or a natyatha. Yeah. Mindi I could not believe the thing that my ears heard. Yamratlai.
Told me.
Yeah, she says to me, Yamratlai, Akhoni, la mamratrishu.
Brother, don't hurt your head or don't have a headache.
Yeah. Ha hiya ant lobik dwika ginawe udriye gubiyat khalte.
Still something?
So this is basically, it's using euphemisms.
Hold on. Can you say it one more time?
Ha hiya ant lobik دويكا جيناو دريق وبيت خلطة.
The only thing I got, because in Arabic they say khadula beit khalto, meaning
Yeah.
take him to jail and like beat his ass. So something about how don't worry, they'll find him and take him to his khalto's house and to prison.
Good. So Hahiya and Tlobik, the ones from the other side have come. So it's basically using code to say the cops. And Tlobik, you don't say police or whatever. You just say, you know, Hahiya and Tlobik, Dwike Ginawe. Dwike Ginawe. Tanya would get this one.
Caught the burglars, like they caught the burglars.
Yes. ودريقوا بيت خالته, and they've put them in their aunt's house, which basically means they put them in jail. وكل من ديتي وشكيل بمضر الإطلاني.
Whatever they returned
إطلاني.
to you.
To us, yeah. And then the last sentence is هوشكيرة شمتالا ومرزايا.
Like to God or Marzaya or thanking God.
Thank God. And
And the Holy Zaya. Yeah.
Saint Zaya. Well, you know, basically Saint Zaya is an icon for the Assyrians of Jilu. He's one of the first saints that brought Christianity to Jilu in the 5th century, and the church that he built, which is still standing, even though it's abandoned, was built in 427 AD, and so it was a major site of pilgrimage for all the Assyrians of Jilu, and there were like between 15 and 20 Assyrian villages in Jilu before 1915. So he's still a huge thing. Like wherever Jilu Assyrians go in the diaspora or in the Middle East, they've built a church to Marzaya. So
I believe there's a Marzaya church in Urmi as well.
There are a few actually. Yeah. There's one in Khosrabad, one in Göktepe, there's one in Syr. There's a few.
Very interesting. It's always great to hear your feedback, Nicholas. Every time I talk to you, I feel like I just learned so much about the history of the Assyrians and the culture and the language. So it's always amazing to have you elaborate and talk about all that stuff. Now we'll do we could do yours. So go ahead when you're ready.
Okay, guys, I'm going to read the entire paragraph, and if you want me to break it down afterwards, just let me know. Okay. تتب نافع غذا بشحلي تمخرته كيزي الإيتا بإشتم خشكة بنا شواثي وبطرداخ كرخشي الشوقة وكزوني بشيلة أي ربثة ولا بصخته دي مشانية قبل أخونا حتى خاطر بلخة إمح وأي زرته اللي كذا ميلا بوعظة دهقو خايح. Can we start from the beginning?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Okay. تتب نافع.
There are 2 girls.
He has 2 girls, yes. Good. Okay. غذا بشحلي تمخرته.
One is more beautiful than the other one.
Yes. Okay. كيزي الإيتا بإشتم خشكة بنا شواثي.
They go to the church in the morning with their relatives.
They go to church بإشت مخشكة.
6 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, good. Yeah, they go to church at 6 o'clock in the morning with their relatives. وبطرداخ كرخشي الشوقة وكزوني بشيلة.
And after that, they go to the market and buy.
That one word is the only word that I got, and that's like melon.
Yes, cantaloupes. Yeah, good.
Nice.
أي ربثة ولا بصخته دي مشانية قبل أخونح.
The bigger girl is happy to stay with her older brother.
Close. أي ربثة ولا بصخته. The oldest is happy. دي مشانية قبل أخونح. She is going to move to be closer to her brother, to be by her brother. تخاطر بلخة إمح.
To work with him.
So that she can work with him. Good. وأي زرتا لكذا ميل بيواذا دها قخايح.
And the small one doesn't know what to do with her life right now.
Good. Yeah, and the younger one doesn't know what she's doing with her life right now. Very good.
Perfect. We can move on to Rudy's now.
Okay, I would do the same. I'll read the whole paragraph and then break it down sentence by sentence. Okay. Patrteli البيت أديم حزيلي دتودي تميتلا ونكدريلي إيدا المقوسة حل بشولا مشتا قصدا حرات نحت لي ملتح مقام حبشك بينا ونوا أديم برماش يمي الولادة حالتا بسمتا ألا أنا لامن ديبا مبلوحة متانتا وقصو حالتا بزلي لحن سافال الزورة. Okay, I'll read the first sentence again. Patrteli البيت أديم حزيلي دتودي تميتلا ونكدريلي إيدا المقوسة حل بشولا مشتا قصدا.
After I came home today, is that the beginning?
Yes.
And then what was after that? Can you say it a little slower?
Yeah, of course. Patrteli البيت أديم, that's what you said, yeah. حزيلي دتودي تميتلا.
I saw the Odi, my room.
Yes.
I saw that my room. Okay. What was after that?
Yeah, تميتلا.
Tanitela? I
تميتلا.
have no idea what that means.
Cleaned or tidied?
Dirty.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Tanit. Oh.
Temita. Yeah. Very hard words
Okay.
I use. My dialect is very distinguished from yours. I go on with the second part of the first sentence. ونكدريلي إيدا المقوسة حل بشولا مشتا قصدا.
You put your hand on something? Until what? Was the last part?
Yeah. Well, if you say, you can translate it word by word, and it's correct what you said, but it's like the beginning of something we say drili ida. It's like shoreli, yeah, what you would say. So I started to, and then it's the next word is المقوسة هل بشولا مشتا قصدا. So after I came back home today in the evening, I saw my room was dirty, and then I started المقوسة هل بشولا مشتا قصدا.
Makuse means like to close, right?
No.
No?
No. Well, if it's dirty, what would I do?
Like to clean it?
Exactly. Yeah. So
What's
I
the
start.
clean?
Makuse means to clean. It's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Makuse is cleaning. Yeah. To clean is ana makisen. Yeah. And then helpish wala mishta qista.
Until it was something a little bit. Until it was, I don't know that word.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Until it was clean again. So mishta means again, and qista means clean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I go on with the second one. حرات نحت لي ملتح مقام حبشك بينا بنوا.
Something about how hungry you were. What was the first part?
حرات نحت لي ملتح مقام حبشك بينا بنوا.
Something you went downstairs because of how hungry you were.
Yes, exactly. Afterwards, I went downstairs because I was a little hungry. Yeah. Good. The last one. Ödjem برماشة يمي أدولada حالتا بسمتا لا أنا لابن ليبا مبلوحة متانتا وقصو حالتا بزلي لحن سخال زورة.
Today in the evening. What's the other part after it?
I'll start with the first part. أدjem برماشة يمي أدولada حالتا بسمتا.
My mother had delicious food?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Today in the evening, exactly. لا أنا لابن ليبا مبلوحة متانتا.
I'm not used to using a spoon.
Exactly right. Yeah, perfect. وقصو حالتا بزلي لحن سخال زورة.
Say that part again.
وقصو حالتا بزلي لحن سخال زورة. So if I'm not used to use a spoon, what could possibly happen?
You use your hands. You use your fingers.
One possibility, but I'll repeat it again. Try to understand. One word, you know, halta. You understood it. It was food. So, وقصو halta bezlila han sakhale zure.
You something spilled the food because it was very hot.
I spilled the food. Yes, that's right.
Because it was
قصو-
Hot.
the last part is not because of a reason. It is like someone.
Was your
So,
spoon too small?
Han sakhale zure.
Baby. Like or like a little kid.
Yeah, like little kids, exactly. Yeah. Good.
Sure.
Very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your word for
Sorry?
what's the word for kids?
Sakhale.
Oh, that's what threw me off.
Yeah, it's not used by many people, many Assyrians. Usually you say Yale or
Yale, Sure.
Ordu. Yeah.
I was gonna
But
say
actually-
something about grandkids because the only thing I could think of Sura would, even though I didn't recognize the word before, but then I was like, okay, he talked about his mom, but then I was like, okay, they're talking about food. What brought the grandkids into the middle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. That was
But
a hard
okay.
one. شايلري علي بولي ثيدي مرليلي هوليلي يوم يقم يرحو وقايثلي عصرو مع عصرو رأسا مرليلي قيحزيلوخ لي كوخانو لحمو بأدنوثي محتو ميدانو مروضو بأدنوخ دمدقلت عالي نقحرتو كطورينو عينوثو هون الغايات. Sorry, it's funny.
Can you repeat it again? First sentence, please.
وملفونو مشايلي علي ولي ثيدي.
Your teacher did something.
That's all I got.
The teacher, okay, the teacher asked me about my homework.
Okay.
مرليلي هولي ليو ميقم يرحو وقايث لي عصرو مع عصرو.
I told him something. Can you repeat it again? Slower this time.
مرليلي هولي ليو ميقم يرحو وقايث لي عصرو مع عصرو.
You gave it to him a month ago and evening for evening, something like that?
And I got 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
رأسا مرليلي قيحزيلوخ لي كوخانو لحمو بأدنوثي.
Right away, I said, or he said to me.
Right away, he said to me, or he told me. قيحزيلوخ لي كوخانو لحمو بأدنوثي.
Did you saw me eating bread with my eyes? Ears, yeah, sorry, ears, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's a saying that my dad used to say all the time. So I was wondering if anyone was going to get it because it's a saying that I don't know if the other dialects would know. Okay. محت وميدانو مربوضو بأدنوخ دمدقلة عالي نقحرتو كطورينو عينوثو هون الغايات.
Okay, the first part of that sentence.
محت وميدانو مربوضو بأدنوخ.
Earrings, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So put this thing as an earring in your ear. محت وميدانو مربوضو بأدنوخ دمدقلة عالي نقحرتو كطورينو عينوثو هون الغايات.
Something about
If you lie
lying
to me-
in both of your eyes.
Yeah. If you lie to me again, I will pull out both of your eyes.
Nice, almost. If you lie to me again, I will let your eyes become marbles. I don't know. It means like I'm gonna kick your butt.
What did you say for marbles?
Rghayat.
Rghayat, okay.
But I don't know if that's actually an Assyrian word. And I wondered if Nicholas could shed some light on that. I don't think it is.
I don't know, to be honest. I know in Eastern Assyrian we usually use the word gumbulta for marbles. Gumbulta, gumbuliat is the plural. But yeah, I was lost on that last sentence too, rghayat.
Really?
But yeah, I've never heard that word before.
No way.
But actually, two of the expressions that you used, we use in Eastern Assyrian. So we use in various dialects of Eastern Assyrian. So yeah, len khila lakhma bnatiati.
I love that you guys use that. I never knew that. I've only ever heard my dad say it. Oh, that's
It
so
means
cool.
you can't cheat me. You know, I haven't eaten bread through my ears.
Maybe
And
that's why my dad says it. And he just
maybe
made it in Western Assyrian.
Yeah,
could be.
the expressions do sound very familiar, but of
Okay,
course
that's cool.
I couldn't understand. But when you translated them, they're expressions that my parents use as well. Just
Like
to,
exactly like
Cool.
yeah,
So let it be an earring on your ear.
let it be.
Like, you know, make note of it. Like, don't forget.
Yeah,
Exactly. Oh, that's so cool. I never knew that. That's amazing.
Usually I understand more than half of your dialect because our dialect is the most closest one to yours, because we are in the eastern of Turatin, usually where the dialect is spoken. So help me, Nick, but I think our dialect is like in between of the eastern and the western Assyrian dialect, something like, yeah, in the middle of it.
Yeah, it is. And actually, Assyrians from the northern part of Bhutan, in what is now the Pervari district of Sirte province, actually their dialect is more like the O is more pronounced. So with you guys, it's very sort of, you'll say Ona for me, I, Ana, but the other one will actually say Ona, like they'll pronounce it as a full O. So it's actually very close to the Western dialect of Assyrian.
Which is interesting that you guys say that, because that's also what I assumed, that I would understand Rudy very easily, but a lot of what the first time I've ever heard.
It's
So
because
like
the grammar and the vocabulary is Eastern Assyrian, but a lot of the pronunciation is like Western Assyrian.
Okay.
So that's why. But it's actually very close. I think Rudy's dialect and Yvette's dialect are the closest ones.
I was gonna say, I feel like I was able to understand for the most part everything that he was saying. Just a couple of words that threw me off here and there. I figured it's probably because ours are very similar to each other.
Yeah, definitely.
So I just want to say thank you, everybody. This was really, really wonderful. Once again, it's educational for me as well. I hope you all enjoyed it.
I want to say thank you so much for organizing this. I really do appreciate it. It's nice to be able to listen to everyone else and hear the different dialects and try to take a stab and guess at some of the words that they use that are specific to their dialects. So thank you so much.
Yes.
I mean, thanks to Bahadur for actually having this platform in the first place.
Yes, it's my pleasure. I'm very happy, as I said before. It's just great that 2 years ago when we made a video with Assyrian the first time, and the commentary on that was, oh, what is Assyrian? Who are Assyrians? And now people are actually sending me messages and asking me specific questions about the language and the culture. So it's come a really long way, and I'm happy to see that.
It was a really cool experience, guys. Thank you for setting it up. It was really cool, as Yvette said, to try to take a stab at each other's dialects. I learned that there's a lot more dialects than I even originally thought there was in Eastern Assyrian. So that was really interesting, but it was really cool getting to talk to you guys. Thank you so much for setting it up. Can't wait to see the final thing.
Thank you.
Thank you both so much. It also, I think, just opened up my eyes. I always knew there was this Eastern and Western, and we have had visitors come to San Jose before and speak in the Western dialect, and I haven't been able to understand them very much. But it's also interesting hearing Nicholas which a lot of the words I could get, but still I could almost understand the grammar, but I couldn't understand the vocabulary. So I think that's a huge difference as well.
Yeah, thank you both. Thank you, Bada, for your platform. Thank you, Nicholas, for doing all this with us together. And it was very interesting for me to see how we Assyrians live in the diaspora and still know to speak our language, and with all the dialects we have. And you understand that the other one speaks your language, but it's so difficult sometimes to get. And we should make other ones aware of what we have, of a rich culture. And thank you so much for doing this.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much for being a part of it.
Hey, Bahadur, I just wanted to say one more thing. Do you know that the estimated number of Assyrian Aramaic dialects is over 150, with more than 100 being spoken by Christians and about 50 spoken by Jews? So maybe an idea would be to find speakers of Aramaic in Israel and compare them with the ones that speak some of the Christian dialects.
Yes.
Or even the ones in Zafro.
There's ones from Zafro, there's ones from like Iran, like Sanandaj, from Urmi, from like Erbil in Iraq. There's even ones from here in Turkey. So it's that whole sort of area where Eastern Assyrian is spoken. You also had side by side Aramaic dialects that were mutually intelligible spoken by Jewish communities.
That would be amazing. I would love to do that. Sort of similar to how we had a Yemenite Hebrew video and compared
Yeah,
that to
I really enjoyed that. That was so different. The pronunciation of Hebrew was so different.
Yes, it's very, very different. It was very interesting. So for sure, that's something we could definitely try to set that up in the future.
Sounds good.
Anyways, thank you so much. Have a great day and great night, depending on your location.
Thank you.
So thank you, and you guys take care.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Kushu
See you,
Bishlama.
Bahadur. Kushu Bishlama, Alam Mokhun.